Hello everyone, it's Bye here. So it's been a week since I migrated to Kingdom 1860. Time go by so fast, isn't it? Just want to make a quick video today to update you guys on my migrations, how I've been doing so far, and other stuffs. So in today's videos, I will tell you why did I choose 1860, how am I doing in 1860 so far, and probably a quick look at Kingdom 1860 if you guys are interested. So let's go right into it here. So why did I choose 1860? So I think a lot of you guys already know that like 1860 wasn't my first choice. My first choice was 2000, Kingdom 2000, but some hiccup happened at the end, and then I had to go with 1860, which is my second choice. So let me bring you guys a spreadsheet here, just to show you guys what I did when I was doing my preparing for my migration. So this is the spreadsheet comparing the kingdoms that I want to migrate to. Um, so some things that I'm looking for from the kingdom here. So on the left side, I have a kingdom. I could go either to kingdom 2000 or 1978. Those are probably the two strongest A kingdom in that group that going for KvK S2, or I could go to like 1860. I put down in some of the point here that trying to compare the three kingdoms. So like if I go to like 2000 or 1978, I can play KvK S2 again. So what come with KvK S2? High risk, high return. I could have some crazy fight, or I could get locked up, like big question mark there. And diplomacy is a big issue in KvK S2, but I can definitely play KvK S2 and S3 again. If I go to 1860, 1860 is going to 1860 is going in KvK S3. So I would say KvK S3 is a little bit safer. Like you not gonna get locked up. Like everybody gonna get to Kingsland, right? And to be honest, like there are actually more fighting in KvK S3, at least for me. Like they're like constant fighting at the ancient ruins, like every day or every other days. So more content for me for streaming. Big fight later in Kingsland as well. And it's kind of like 3 months, so 3 months closer to Heroic Anthem KvK. So if I go to KvK, if I go to like 2000 or 1978, I'm gonna be a little bit further away from going to Heroic Anthem KvK, which is a lot of people are trying to avoid. So it's kind of like a plus point there for Kingdom 2000 and 1978. So I gave them 1 point there on the left side. You can see here. So they get 1 point for in terms of like KvK. So next thing for me to consider is Osiris League season. So like for Kingdom 2000 1978, they might struggle in Osiris League season because they are very young kingdoms. They got, even though they have a whole bunch of like immigrants and whatnot, but like the main core player are still gonna be far behind in terms of commanders. The alliance technology is still gonna be way behind as well. On the other hand, like Kingdom 1860, like probably they gonna have better chance in Osiris League season, more experienced player, commanders, as well as alliance technology. They are better. They have better alliance technology, and it's proven in the last 3 seasons. Like the older kingdoms, they always have that advantages comparing to the younger kingdoms when it comes to like commander experience, all that kind of things. So 1860, they got 1 point there for like Osiris League there, so I gave them 1 point. In terms of resources, so like if I go to 2000 or 1978, like I know their KvK2 would start very soon, and big fight might happen when the level 4 paths open. So resource is gonna be a huge issue for me. Why? Let me show you guys. So like I am very low on resources right now. Like if you can look at my goal, my bags of gold are pretty much empty. And like if I go to kingdom like 2000 or 1978, I'm gonna need a lot of farmer cows there, and I need to do a major farming on gold. And like I think even like I think when the level 4 pass open, and if there is some fight, if there could be some fight, big fight happen, I think I would definitely need help with the resources, which is not something I prefer to. Like so far, like in my time playing in Rise of Kingdom, like I did everything by myself. Like I farm my own resources, I have my own farmer cows, and all that kind of thing. Like I don't like asking people for resources unless like I have to. So like if I go to Kingdom 2000 1978, like resource gonna be a big issue. And if I had migrated there, I'm gonna need a lot of farmer cows there. I'm gonna need to bring every single farmer cows to that kingdom. Uh, on the other hand, if I had go to 1860, 1860 they just got out of KvK Season 2 like a week ago. So their KvK won't start very soon. So I have that extra time for farming. Plus like early fight at Light and Darkness KvK are often at the Ancient Ruin or Altar of Darkness. So it won't cost me a lot of resources for fighting early on. So like I can take my time farming resources and all that kind of thing. So like I would say in terms of resources, I would definitely get a point for if I go to Kingdom 1860, because I'm gonna have that extra time to farm more. For fighting ability, so another thing I consider for the kingdoms are fighting ability. So like for Kingdom 2000 1978, like I think they are like good fighting kingdoms with what I have researched and the data I have collected. Like I try to look for some information about their kingdom on YouTube. I try to scan to their players, and I think they are like good fighting kingdoms, and I think solid. For 1860, I was able to live stream them when they were fighting in Zone 4, Zone 5, when the level 4 pass opened. I was able to look up a lot of YouTube videos for them fighting in Zone 6, Zone 7. Like 1860, they fought their way out from Zone 4. So in Zone 4, they got locked up by 2 kingdoms. But when the level 5 pass opens, they fought their way out to meet up with their ally, which is very impressive. When it comes to like Kingsland fighting, like they put up a major work there in Kingsland. So I was very impressed with them. And it worked. They definitely win me over there. So I gave them another 1 point there, which is a very solid fighting kingdom from the information I collected. And like I am a active fighter, so I would love to go into a kingdom that have a similar mindset like I do and fight hard when it comes to a KvK. So that they get me another point there. Another thing I want to consider for kingdom leaderships. So like I talked to the leadership from like all 3 kingdoms there. So 2000, 1978, 1860 as well. And I think for 2000, 1978, I think they have a good solid leadership there. But like only KvK2 will tell how well they can hold up, I would say. Like KvK2 is gonna be the biggest test for their leadership team. Win or lose, like how you can pull it together when things got tougher. I would say KvK1 for them. From what I know, like they have easy KvK1 for both kingdoms. They were like winning easy win for them because they are like the alpha kingdom in their continent. So not much can tell, but like I would say they have pretty decent leadership teams. For 1860, like they've been like the leadership, they've been together for like 2 KvKs. So like they've been to like up and down together. So it more stable, I would say. But like indeed for this criteria here, like I didn't give any points for any of the kingdoms because I kind of even. Kingdom structure for both for all 3 kingdoms here, I would say all 3 kingdoms they have pretty good structure in terms of like how they manage a Mightiest Governor event, how they distribute the KvK rewards, all that kind of thing. So pretty even there again. So I didn't give any actual point for any of the kingdom because it's kind of even. Same go for alliance gift. So I did look at some of the top alliance to see like do they have a like spender in the alliance to help with like going. So like all the top alliance from all three kingdoms have pretty decent like alliance gift level. So you can tell that like they have a decent amount of like spender in there. Can help me grow, like can help me get a lot more speed up, which can help me with fighting, because in fighting you need to use speed up for healing, especially with the healing limit. If you want to be like an active fighter, you definitely gonna have to spend a lot of like universal speed up for you to heal. So like one of my goal is to get more kills, like to get my kill higher. Then I'm gonna need to be a lot more active in fighting, and that means I'm gonna need a lot more speed up for healing. So I need an alliance that can like help me with like getting that actual speed up that I need for healing. So against like I would say pretty even there. So I didn't give any actual points for any of the alliance, any kingdom here. So like to be honest, so like 1978, they actually only get 1 point, and 1860s actually got 3 points. So like why did I choose to go to like 2000 originally, even though they only have 1 point? Because of the risk. Like I've been to like 2 easy KvK win already, and like I was thinking of like let do something a little bit more risky. So that is why I chose to go to 2000. And when they turned me down, like I could have go to 1978, but because of my resources very low, and I already migrated one of my big farm account to 2000, which is a big issue for me, because now I'm gonna be very very low on resources. Like if I go to 1978 and I don't have my other farm accounts, when KvK start fighting when the level 4 pass open, it's gonna be a big issue for me. So like resource was like, so after I got turned down from Kingdom 2000, I think resources is probably the main reason why I chose to stay away from KvK Season 2. And because I couldn't wait for the next batch of Kingdom, because like my hospital already double fill and I need to migrate. So that was a reason why. I chose not to go to 1978 after 2000 turned me out, and I went to 1860 instead. Just because I'm gonna have much like a lot more time to gather resources. And even though it like a safer choice for me, I would say like a safer choice for me, because a very very good fighting kingdoms. So yeah, so that is the reason why I went to 1860. Just give you guys some of the point comparison here, and my thought process when it comes to like why did I decide to go to which kingdom, in case you guys are interested. So that is it for why did I choose to go to 1860. So let me go back to the game here. Next on the list is how am I doing so far in 1860. Okay, so far I am doing pretty okay. Like try to settle down, like when you migrate to a new kingdom, you gotta meet a whole bunch of new people. You gotta try to blend into the alliance, right? So just try to be a little bit more like chatty in the alliance chat, try to talk to more people. As well, I also got myself in the alliance, like Osiris League team. So try to talk to some people in the team as well to see like, hey, what's the plan for when the Osiris League season happens, and all that kind of things. So mostly just try to sell it out here, and definitely farming. As I show you guys, like my goal are like awfully low. Like very very low for like a T5 players. Like if KvK happen tomorrow or next week, I'm gonna be doomed. I'm doomed. So I also created like two more farm accounts. So if you look at my my screen, on my screen here where I'm pointing with my finger here, right? So I have a 2 farm account. I have 2 farm account right here. So I am using multi instant for Bluestack right here, running 2 new farm accounts. I am working on them, and they gonna be farming I'm trying to level them up as well, and they gonna be farming gold for me. So like, the first step to become a great fighter is that you have to be a great farmer. So you gotta be a crazy active farmer there. So for me, I farm my own resources. Usually I don't ask people for resource unless I really have to. So I farm. I create 2 new farmer cows there on a Bluestack, and I have 2 other farmer cows on my iPad. So I am running 5. I'm running 4 farmer cows in Kingdom 1860. I am such a big farmer here. 1 second here. Let me do my verification on my iPad. So 2 farmer cows on my iPad and 2 other farmer cows on the Bluestack multi-instant running. Hopefully I can catch up on my goal here. Like I will definitely need a lot of gold by next KvK. Only 13 million gold left here, and my gold bags are so oh my god, so bad. I don't know. I want to cry. I actually want to cry when I see my gold here. So that is the reason why like, I create 2 new farmer cows, because I know that I'm gonna need a lot more gold by next KvK, because I am expecting like a big fight. Like seeing how their KvK2 turn out, I think the next KvK is gonna be pretty much the same, because the same kingdom still gonna be in the same pool, and like there are some strong fighting kingdom around in the range 1800s here. So I am expecting big fight, and hopefully I'm gonna get a lot of kills. Hopefully. So right now it's just farming. Like I try to farm as much as I can right now. Catch up on the resources, farm more gold. Oh my god, this guy. Someone took that gold there. Let's go for level 5 instead here. Pretty much it. Oh, someone there. So let me let's jumps. I can use some jumps. So that what I've been doing mostly. Try to blend in. Oh, one thing. I almost got myself in trouble the other day because I ran around and killed some barbarian stronghold. Not barbarian stronghold, but barbarian keeps. So yesterday I ran around and killed like 3 barbarian keep in zone 3, which I'm not supposed to. because the barbarian keep belong to each alliance. So there are like top 4 or 5 alliance in zone 3 here. And I'm not supposed to kill barbarian keep from a different alliance. But good thing they didn't hold me accountable for it, and they let me slide. But yeah, so definitely check with your kingdom, your alliance R4, R5 before you killing any stronghold. Barbarians keep when you migrate into any kingdom, I would say. So that was funny, cause like I asked someone earlier, hey, is it okay for me to kill barbarian keeps? They're like, yes, let's go kill it. Okay, I ran to kill it, and then later on, when one of the R4 got online, he's like, oh no, you're not supposed to kill barbarian keeps. So that was something I did. So next one is, let's take a quick look at Kingdom 1860. So let's talk about a Mightiest Governor event. So how is Mightiest Governor event is run in Kingdom 1860? Mightiest Governor event is fixed in here. So I think they pick the winner. And there are point limits as well for each stage. And like for like a big kingdom like 1860, like today is the last day for Mightiest Governor event. And like the point is 44 million, which is, I would say, pretty low. Like even in like 1636, even though we have fixed Mightiest Governor event as well in Kingdom 1636, the point is a lot higher. So for them to be able to manage to keep like the Mightiest Governor event point pretty low like this, which is very good. A lot of resource can be saved for fighting in KvK for sure. So if you're wondering, so how do they decide on who winning Mightiest Governor event? So I was told that there is a list of like people who participated in KvK, So you must participate in KvK for you to be qualified to participate in Mightiest Governor event. And how they pick the winners, I guess it depends on who contributes the most. I'm not 100% sure, but it is fixed. And the alliance, each alliance pick, it could be each alliance pick a winner here. I don't care too much about Mightiest Governor event. Like, all I care is that I know that they have some structure running in the Mightiest Governor event, so that it can help them like saving resources for fighting in KvK, which is good enough for me. So that is for a Mightiest Governor event, like how it is run in Kingdom 1860. You must have previously participated in KvK, like make great contribution to KvK for you to be qualified to participate in Mightiest Governor event. Next one is how Kingdom 1860 handle KvK reward. So they do keep track of like performance. And for next KvK, I think we will be also using a new tool to keep track of each player in the kingdom performance. So this is like a pay service, which I will tell. So it's a pay service that can pull the data and can keep track of your performance. So what they do is that they go pull the data every time like the big fight happens. So let's say like when the Ancient Ruin open, Alt of Darkness open, or when the level 8 pass opens, they go pull the data the day before and the day after the big event happens, or something like that, and they go measure on to see who performs the best. So here is a quick list of like how, here is the spreadsheet that I was given to of like what the service that they're using. So the service pulling the data here from every single player in Kingdom 1860 here. So you can see Kingdom 1860 here, and it is ranking by power. And they keep track of kills, T5 kill, T4 kill, T3, T2 kill, T1 kill here, and the time the data is pulled. And it have every single player. Every single player in Kingdom 1860 here. As you can see the list, it's go all the way from the top to the bottom here. So the top is like what, 300 million power player. Go to the bottom, which is 1200 player here. So there were like about 1200 players in Kingdom 1860. I think it doesn't count all like the smaller farmer count. So this one is like what, 2 million. Oh, 2,349,000. So this guy only 2 million power. So it keep track of the player as low as 2 million power here. So if you like a 2 million power player and you contribute to KvK, then you might win. I'm just kidding. But I doubt any 2 million power players can contribute to like a KvK Season 3. But they do have like a system in place to keep track of KvK performance, which is very, very good. Like that is definitely something that I would love to go to. Like I would definitely want to go into kingdoms that have some sort of like tracking service that can use to tracking like each player in the kingdom performance there. So very, very impressive there. So that is how Kingdom 1860 going to handle the KvK rewards. So for a future KvK. Next one is, let's take a quick look at the kingdom ranking. So alliance power, we have DN1. That's almost 10 billion power here. Pretty solid going into KvK Season 3, I would say. We had DNT at about 8.5 billion powers. DNJ is about 7 billion powers. And DN2 is about 6.3 billion power. So the total of what the top 4 alliance add up to what, 12, 13, 13, 21, 30, 31, 32 billions for top 4 alliance only. And if we're adding in like the other small alliance here, which is can add up to about like 36, 37 billion powers. I would say a very, very solid 8 kingdoms, definitely. For my previous kingdom 1636, like when we go into KvK Season 3, we was at 43 billion in terms of fighting powers, and 1860 is about 38, 39, which is not far behind. And consider they're not even Imperium Kingdom. Like, we are not even Imperium Kingdom. I am in 1860. So here's the top alliance here. In case you guys wondering what the top alliance look like in Kingdom 1860. We have a couple small alliance here. Like, I think like couple 3 billion alliance, they can definitely help with fighting for sure. Definitely. Let's go look at the individual powers. So with my power, I am currently ranked at 72, which is a lot higher than when I was in 1636. I think when I was in 1636, my ranking was about 180 or something. Even at 78 million power. So definitely my power is a bit higher here. At the top, we got DN1, Dark V2, V3 at 260 million powers. We have Dark Seasman, 250 million power. Decal, 217 million power. Ikisis, 163 million power here. And Kingslayer, 142 million power. Dark Carter, 129. Dark Huffy, 118 million. Darkness 01, 114 million. Scott, 107 million. Some Japanese character here, player here, 105. So those are the top 10. Here's the list for the rest in case you guys are interested. Top. Let's show you guys the top 100, I guess. Top 100. Here's me, number 72, 78 million power. And that go for top 100 here. Not too bad. Like, let's say pretty solid kingdom. Pretty solid kingdoms there. Let's look for alliance skill. Alliance skill, we got DN1 at 10.2 billion kills, which is very high. I would say very high for like our kingdom just ran out of KvK Season 2 and going into KvK Season 3. Got Dark Titan at 4.6 billion kill as well at rank number 2. We got DNJ at rank number 3, 3.1 billions. And DN2 at 2.1 billion here. And DNE at 800 million. So I would say the top 5, this is gonna be the top 5 fighting alliance. DN1, DNT, DNJ, DN2, DNE. So those are the alliance skill ranking. Let's look at the individual kill here. So me, I've seen it 14 million kills, but I played this game for a long time. So my kills is from a much older KvK. Let's look at the Bly CA here. 240 million power, 240 million kill, and he has what, 18 million ID. So pretty young player, and very decent kills here. Look at his skill stat here: 100 million T4 kill, 33 million T5 kill, very high. Ottoman return. 8 million ID here is pretty old player, I would say. 174 million T4 kill, almost 50 million T5 kills there. Very impressive. Very impressive there. Much higher than I have. My kill is what? 150 million T4 and 39 million T5. Close enough. We got Dark INC here, 279 million kill, 112 million T4, 12 million T5. Very good. Decal, 137 million T4, 22 million T5, and this guy is 60 million ID. So a very young player. A very young player here with a very high kill count. So very impressive there. A big fighter there, I would say. 7 million ID, right? Yep, 7 million ID here. 90 million T4, 25 million T5. Very good. Scott. We got 6 million T4 kill, 34 million T5 kill. Very high T5 kill here. Very good here. 24 million ID. Like not too old and not too young player. King ION here. ID is what, 4 million, right? 4 million IDs. So pretty old player. 8 million T4 kill and 18 million T5 kill. Dark Nebula. 8 million, right? 8 million ID, so let's say pre-O players. Not as old as I am, but pre-O player. 40 million T4 kill and 10 million T5 kills. Not too bad there. Phoenix King. 16 million T4 kill and 2 million T5 kill. Definitely need improvement here for sure. For like a 6 million ID player. Kingslayer. Kingslayer is a 64 million ID, so very, very young player. 124 million T4 and 30 million T5. Very, very good there. Very, very good there. Crow Blade X. 92 million T4, 18 million T5 kill here for like a 3 million ID. Pre-O players, but very, very good kill count there. Dark Hussein, we got what? 56 million T4 kill and 15 million T5 kills. 5 million IDs. Okay there. Mangu. 12 million T4 kill and 1 million T5 kill. 143 million T1 kill here. 26 million ID. 26 million ID is okay. Not too I would say not too young player, but not too old player either. But can definitely need help with the kill here. He definitely need more T4 and T5 kill for sure. But seem like a small player, so it's okay. Dark Raspberry here. 23 million ID, so not too old, not too young. 56 million T4 and 12 million T5. Pretty good for like a player around her power. Ducky. 77 million T4, 25 million T5 kill here for 17 million ID. Not too bad. And Mightiest Cupcake here. 75 million T4, 23 million T5. Pretty solid. For like a 12 million ID. Pretty solid. Pretty solid fires there. And we got the Traveler. 47 million T4 and 6 million T5 kill here. For like what? A 900,000. Oh, this guy is older than me. This guy definitely older than me here. So I would say pretty solid. Like that is just like a quick look at the top 20 in terms of like kill ranking here. I say pretty solid, like pretty solid. Oh, let's look at him. I think Dark V2V3 is a big player here, so let's look at him. 94 million T4 kill and 19 million T5 kills. 61 million ID, so like very, very young player here. It's only been to 2 KvK, I would say. So very, very good. Like very, very active. I would say very, very active for like a big spander. So yeah, so that's like a quick look at the top kills ranking to see like what kind of like big fire do we have in here in Kingdom 1860. Other stuff doesn't matter. Well, you have my me at number 1 for farm. Maintain my rank number 1 farmer here in Kingdom 1860, which is good. So yeah, guys, just wanna make a quick video to show you guys why did I choose Kingdom 1860 and how everything so far, and a quick look at Kingdom 1860, which is the kingdom that I am in right now. Thanks for watching the video, guys.